Something strange and terrifying is happening on Mars, and the evidence is hidden in this image. NASA sent a small helicopter to the red planet, designed to fly in its thin atmosphere, capture pictures, and search for signs of life. But recently, something very unusual has been happening with this little machine. At first, it began sending colored images to NASA scientists, even though it wasn't programmed to do that. Then, one day, while flying through the Martian skies, it suddenly vanished. NASA immediately sent the Perseverance Rover to the last known location of the helicopter. When Perseverance finally reached the spot, it found the helicopter standing still on a sandy Martian hill. But something was very wrong. Perseverance took a photo of the helicopter and sent it back to NASA. And when the scientists saw that image, fear spread across the room. Because on the left side of the picture, they noticed something that made them realize Ingenuity, the Martian helicopter, would never fly again. Something was there, right beside it, that would never allow it to take to the skies of Mars again. So, what exactly did the scientists see in that photograph that scared them so much? But wait, that's not the only mystery. Did you know there's a monster on Mars? A monster so powerful it can swallow the entire planet, even changing the color of Mars when viewed from space. Before we get to that, let's quickly talk about something happening here on Earth. In India, 1 out of every 3 people has crooked teeth or noticeable gaps. Research shows that in some cities, the number goes as high as 35% in children and 60% in young adults. And it's not just about appearance. Crooked teeth cause food to get stuck, make cleaning harder, lead to bacteria buildup, cavities, pain, and even early wear and tear of teeth. Worst of all, it can damage self-image and confidence. But most of us ignore it, thinking, at this age, who wants braces? Well, now there's a solution. 2Chi by Miko Invisible Aligners. They claim to fix crooked teeth and gaps in just 6 to 12 months, much faster than traditional metal braces. They're removable, comfortable, and almost invisible. No one will even notice you're wearing them. 2Chi guarantees results. Getting started is easy. Just book a 3D teeth scan from their website. Their experts will either visit your home or you can walk into one of their 40-plus centers across India. After a doctor's consultation, your customized aligners are delivered right to your doorstep. And affordability. Easy EMI plans start from only 2,500 Indian rupees a month. Already, over 300,000 smiles have been redesigned using their USFDA-cleared technology, trusted by thousands of dentists. The link is in the description. Book your free teeth scan today. Hurry, it's a limited-time offer. Now, back to Mars. Millions of years ago, the planet had a thick atmosphere, massive oceans, and wet soil. And today, on that very surface, a tiny human-made helicopter has flown. Its name is Ingenuity. Weighing just 680 grams, about the size of a book, this tiny machine has achieved something extraordinary. While most Mars missions cost billions, this one was built for just 600 Indian rupees crores, around $80 million. And that small budget became its greatest strength. Many of its parts came from ordinary gadgets. Its brain runs on a Samsung Galaxy S5 processor. Its batteries came from a cordless drill, and some sensors were borrowed from a Google Pixel 3. Yet inside this little helicopter lived a giant human dream, the dream of flying on another world. And Ingenuity made that dream come true. On February 18, 2021, it arrived on Mars attached beneath the Perseverance Rover. NASA originally planned just 30 days of short test flights. They didn't even expect smartphone components to survive the planet's brutal environment. But Ingenuity proved everyone wrong. In its very first month, it completed 5 to 6 successful flights in an atmosphere 99% thinner than Earth's. Making history. For the first time in 120 years, since the Wright brothers' first flight, humans had taken flight on another planet. Shockingly, despite the stress of flying, Ingenuity's components remained intact, or at least, almost. Because from its first flight, it began showing strange, unprogrammed behavior. At first, NASA's team celebrated its unexpected performance. After all, this tiny helicopter was exploring places even the $2.7 billion Perseverance rover couldn't. Encouraged, NASA began sending Ingenuity to dangerous regions, steep hills, loose sands, and sharp rocks. But one day, while flying over Jezero crater, it came face-to-face with Mars's true monster. The monster was none other than a Martian dust storm. And dust storms on Mars are unlike anything on Earth. They can grow so massive they engulf the entire planet. When that happens, Sunlight never reaches the surface, temperatures plunge from -85 degrees Celsius to as low as -125 degrees Celsius, and the thin Martian dust seeps into every crack, coating solar panels and suffocating machines. This is why NASA engineers call it the Mars Monster. And from there begins the story of Ingenuity's struggles, its emergency landings, battles with storms, hardware failures, and its final crash. Until Perseverance sends back one last, heartbreaking photo, Ingenuity's broken carbon fiber blades scattered on the Martian sand. And yet, even grounded, Ingenuity still serves NASA as a weather station, still alive, still working, still carrying the dream of flying on another world.